What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Triple Rider. Hisashiburi. It's been a long time. Been busy. How about you guys? Everybody doing well? During this whole virus nonsense is still going on. Still got the virus going on. Then you have the elections in America, and there's all sorts of nonsense going on these days. But life in Tokyo hasn't changed too much since the last time I talked to you. I think things are a little bit more open. I see more people out doing things. I think people are generally just getting tired of the whole situation. A good majority of people are still working at home, which is good and bad. I'm starting to have that cabin fever thing setting in right now. Really gotten tired of being home all the time. I'm kind of missing the social interaction. We're coming up on, we're in November now, and we've been working at home since, I've been at home since March 3rd or 4th, something like that. I've only been in my office maybe twice since this thing started, at least, you know, since it really got kicked off in Japan anyway. But it's Friday night, November 6th, around 8:30 in the evening, and we're headed down to Gotanda to meet a lady friend for dinner. Kind of a little bit of a late dinner. Had things going on today. My entire day was full today. I was expecting to have kind of an easier day, but it turned out to be a really full day compared to what it was supposed to be. So finished up work, hit the gym for a bit, went back home, got cleaned up, changed, and just kind of relaxed a little bit, and then hit the road, headed on down to Gotanda. Should take about 30 minutes to get there. We're gonna keep the highway all the way down to the Gotanda exit. Why am I sniffling? I think it's just the cold. No, I'm not sick. So far so good anyway. So yeah, we're gonna catch the highway, or we're on the highway now, and then we're gonna switch over to the Yamate tunnel and catch that all the way down to Gotanda, get off at the exit, and then we're going to park right near the Gotanda station and then walk to dinner from there. That's the plan for the night. Pretty much go have dinner, hang out for a bit, and then probably a little bit of a night cruise around and then head home. I don't really have anything else to do tonight, or at least nothing I have to do, and tomorrow's pretty open. But today was so, I really wasn't stressful. It was just a full, like, you know, some days you've got things going on, you get some stuff done, you get a bit of a break. Today was just knock, you know, jam up and down, and just, I don't know how to explain it. It was just ridiculous. Knocked me down, man. Excuse me. Yeah, so not a whole lot going on as far as changes in Tokyo. I mean, like I said, people are getting maybe more social. I've been going out more. I was out last night. I went to Roppongi for the first time in a while. Had dinner out there last night. Didn't go anywhere else this week except for the gym. Didn't really have an opportunity or anybody that really wanted to go out. And I don't really like going out by myself. So usually I try to catch a couple of friends when they want to go out. But everybody's been kind of busy this week, and next week is kind of like hell week for me, because I just have a full, like, I know it's going to be a full week, so pretty much going to be sitting in front of the computer all week, having meetings virtually, getting things done. So I don't know, I guess, because I mean, being busy helps because it makes time go by fast. It's just tired of sitting home all the time. I got to the point where I don't even get dressed, just wake up, walk across the hall to the office, and start working. I don't really use the camera that much for meetings, so I don't really need to, I mean, don't need to shave, don't need to shower, don't really need to change. All I do take a shower eventually. I guess I'm saving money on laundry. Not really. Well, that's kind of wrong to say. I am doing laundry, but I'm not doing as much because I'm not going out anywhere. But today, yeah, got cleaned up, shaved, took a shower. Of course, I went to the gym, so yeah, I took a shower. I mean, take a shower every day. What am I talking about? But yeah, so got a little more cleaned up, a little more presentable, kind of going on a dinner date. So yeah, a little more dressed up today, even though I'm on the bike. So I haven't taken the train still using my bike or the car to go everywhere. I just don't, I can't compel myself to get on the train just because it's probably not as big as a risk as what I think it is, but it's just one of those things of being in a small box with a bunch of people. You never know. So it's just one less risk. But anyway, the point of today's video was to say hi to you guys and to kind of check in and say that things are going well. Just haven't been out riding, not much in the way of videos. And again, as I mentioned in the last video, my motivation to edit is really low just because I'm sitting at the computer all day and, you know, I'm working all day. And when I'm done with work, I want to go downstairs, sit on the couch and watch TV or something. Don't have a whole lot of motivation to continue to sit at the computer. I've been doing a little bit of gaming here and there. And that's I mean, I enjoy editing just as much as I do gaming. It's just that, I don't know, I just need to extra little bit of stress relief. So anyway, yeah, so the other part of this video is I want to talk a little bit about an experience I had in the last month with some customer service regarding a product that I needed to get repaired or warranted or whatever. And I tend to have generally good experiences with customer service or warranty returns, things like that, but I don't know, it's still 50-50. I have sometimes it's really difficult to get things done, and other times it's really easy. This is one of those times it turned out to be a good story, and I just wanted to share it with you, and then also give a shout out and a thanks to the people who helped me out. So back in May of this year, I ordered the new Sena 50S, which is the latest Bluetooth communications tool that you can mount on your helmet, so you can have access to voice commands and navigation instructions, and also making phone calls and you know, basically doing everything by voice instead of having to actually touch the devices, right? So the 50S was a big improvement in two ways. One, they upgraded the speakers, so they have these what they call HD speakers, and they do sound a lot better. I really noticed a difference compared to the 20, or so far I had a 30K was the last one I had. But between the 20S and the 30K, there really wasn't any difference in the speaker system. But the 50S was a pretty significant change, and I noticed a big difference in the quality of the sound coming through the headset. So that required me to change out the harness in the helmet, to put new speakers in, new microphone, all that stuff. New mount for the 50S, but the mount is the same for the 30K and 50S. It's just the speakers mainly that are different. So the one thing that Sena did do is they upgraded the firmware on the 30K and 20S so they're backwards compatible. Well, forward compatible, I guess would be the right term, I guess, because they'll work with the new speaker system. So you can still carry the 30K and the 20S as a backup, or like for a second unit if you need more battery time. And whoa, a little too much to the left there. So the mount, I'm sorry, the upgraded firmware on the 20S and 30K allow them to work with the new mount and new speaker system. Anyway, but I had gotten the 50S and I had kept in the box a while because I wasn't riding that much, and I needed time to change out the helmet. Whoa. Anyway, so eventually I got around to putting a new set in the helmet and getting everything set up, and then I started riding with it. Of course, I did the usual setup, charged it up, got the configuration done, all the usual stuff, and I went on a couple of long rides, and like the first two long rides I did, like within 2 or 3 hours, I was getting a low battery warning on the Sena unit, and I'm like, well, that doesn't sound right. So I thought something was wrong with my charging cable or the power supply I was using to hook the cable to, whatever. And so I took it back home both times and charged it back up again. And I said, okay, we'll give it another shot. And sure enough, the next ride it did the same thing. And I'm just kind of confused because I'm like, okay, well, at this point I'm still thinking I've got a charging problem, because on the Sena units, anybody that uses the Sena unit knows that it has a little, at least on these units like the 50S, 20K, the 20S and 30K, it has a little red and blue light on the unit. So when you plug in the cable, it turns red to indicate charging, and it turns blue when it's indicated to be full, like done charging. And one other good thing about the 50S I like is they changed the USB-C cable from the micro USB. which I really like, because that enabled me to kind of retire more of my micro USB cables and switch more to the standard USB-C, except certain things like the iPhone. Hi guys, you know, USB-C, hello. Anyway, so that was a plus. And anyway, so I took it home again, and I actually, you know, wanted to watch and see what happened. So I plugged it in, and it turned red, and I looked back about 2 or 3 minutes later, it was already blue. And I'm like, well, that can't be right. It can't charge that fast. And and then I opened the app on the phone to see exactly what because the Sena app on the phone gives you the exact percentage of the battery, and it was showing like 36% or something like that. And so it's okay, well, it's definitely not charged. So I plugged it back in again, and the same thing happened. The little blue light would come on within about a minute or two of plugging the cable in, and the app on the phone said it was still only at 38 or 40%. So it only charged maybe 1% or 2% when I had plugged the cable into it. But again, it said, "Oh, I'm done charging," because the blue light was on. I'm like, that's just, I don't get it. So at this point, I did my test. I checked the cables, checked the charger, so everything was working like the way it should, except for the Sena unit. So okay, at this point I'm thinking, okay, the Sena unit must be bad. So I did some searching online, and I found a few posts here and there where people were saying that their first run Sena units that they bought were having battery issues or charging system issues where it wasn't working as intended, and therefore they were sending their units back and getting replacements. So I said, okay, well, I guess that's what I got to do. So, and I dread this part because I always have this feeling that I'm going to run into problems with the company trying to get them to accept it as a warranty. Like they'll, you know, some places will try to blame you. Oh, you did this wrong. Oh, you did that wrong. Or you shouldn't have done this, or you should have done that. So I was expecting the pushback, you know, from the company. But I went ahead and sent a support ticket in and say, hey, I got this unit, having these issues. I've done this, this, and this, and still having these issues. And it's like, okay, so I sent that, and I was like, I thought, okay, it'll be a few days before I get a reply. And surprisingly, I got a reply like the next morning. I had a reply on the ticket from I'm not sure what exactly the position was, but it was some type of representative, and they said, you know, we've assigned your case to this person, and you know, they'll be in touch. And I said, okay, well, here we go. This is going to be another couple of days. So to my surprise, the next representative got in touch with me pretty quickly, actually, and I was actually kind of surprised. I just wasn't expecting that quick a turnaround on the contact time. So this was the Sena office in Korea, actually. And he got in touch with me and asked me to send a picture of the serial number and to verify the unit, and he also asked me to do a couple of steps for his troubleshooting part. And I was like, okay. So sorry, I need to actually go back the other way. So I did that, and I said, okay, well, I'm going to do these steps you asked me to do, and then I'm going to try the unit for another day or two and then get back to you. So went ahead and did that, and sure enough, as expected, the unit still had the same problems, and there was really no change. I mean, I did his steps the way he asked me to, and there was no change. And then I sent him an email back, and I sent him a support ticket. They replied to the support ticket, and I added the screenshot of the app on the phone to say, hey, it's still not charging, not working the way it's supposed to. So after I sent that update to him, he got back to me the next morning, and he basically said, okay, we're going to start an RMA, and so I'll be back. He said, I'll be back in touch with you shortly. And within the same business day, he emailed me back, or updated the ticket, and gave me the RMA number. They said, please go ahead and package and ship the unit to this address and include this RMA letter, and you know, these are the details I'll put on the package when you send it in so we can recognize it. And actually, so I was, at this point, I'm really surprised. I'm like, this was really easy. And I'm like, RMA's already set up, I'm gonna go package it up, mail it in, right? Seemed like that part seemed like, well, that getting the RMA part was surprisingly fast. The next step wasn't as straightforward as I thought it was going to be. I got the unit packaged up, got everything set up to ship it off, and took it to the post office, and I had so much trouble to mail the damn thing because they I guess they have specific. I didn't quite understand. I'd never done that before with sending something like this through EMS or whatever, and I guess I have to use their handwritten form or use the printed form online and use a special packet, which I didn't have, and so I'm like, it was like 45 minutes in the post office trying to send this damn thing. I had to rewrite everything on the manual handwritten EMS ticket. I'm like, you know, this doesn't make sense because obviously the printed document is much clearer and easier to read compared to my terrible handwriting, which is the truth. You know, after all that, they finally accepted it. I paid 1,400 yen to send it, which was fine. I mean, some people say, well, Sena should have paid the shipping. Well, you know, at this point, hey, look, they were doing awesome at this point, and they're going to send it back to me at their cost. So, you know, fine. 1,400 yen is not a big deal. So I went ahead and wait a minute, I'm going too far. No, I'm going a little further. I went ahead, paid that, sent it off, and they got it within. I sent it on Friday. They got it on Monday. I think if I'd sent it earlier, it probably would have gotten there a little earlier. But anyway, they got it on Monday, and then they turned around and sent the new one back to me within one business day. And then I had it. It arrived like. Oh shit! Is this full? It's almost full. Jeez. Anyway, so got the new unit, works great. I was really surprised that the whole process to get this thing done was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. The guys at Sena, I appreciate that very much, especially the guys in Korea that handled the case. Damn, that's loud. Really appreciate it. So Sena gets a big thumbs up, or 2 thumbs up, 5-star rating for the customer service as far as returning the warranty item. And like I said, I've got the new unit now, and I've had it for probably, what is this, about 3 weeks, I guess, 3 or 4 weeks, and I've been riding. Haven't been riding consistently, but I have been out like riding all day doing various business things, and it's been great. I haven't had a single problem with it. All the functions work great. It has the Siri function. I got the new speakers. No complaints whatsoever. So thank you very much. So I guess that is the end of this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I am in this very tight parking space, but I guess this is okay. Well, there's one space over there too. Never seen it this full, but I guess it's Friday night, so it makes sense. But anyway, we hope to see you on the next one, guys. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We hope to see you back on the next one. If you don't mind, drop a like or a dislike, or even leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing and what you thought of the video, or if you hate me, like me, I don't know, say something. I'm sorry that the videos are few and far between, just because I'm just kind of dealing with real life work. YouTube's still just a hobby. If I had more time to do this, I really would. I'm just kind of overwhelmed with everything in between my main job and side businesses and everything. Got to make that money before we can have fun. But hopefully, at some point, I can tone it down a bit. I wasn't surprised. I was kind of surprised that one of the biggest things that surprised was the fact that I got so busy during this virus season. That was more shocking to me. I thought for sure that things would like loosen up a little bit and I wouldn't be as busy, but I wound up being more busy. And it just doesn't make any sense. But I'm thankful to have a job. I'm thankful to have income. Things are good, healthy, can't complain. But I kind of want a break, guys. I want to take a vacation. I want to just be able to just turn off my PC and not worry about work or anything. So hopefully that'll come up soon. Anyway, I've talked enough. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, love you even more. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.